Here I will demonstrate how to clean your block, tools, and ink slab after printing. Like with all printmaking, there are different ways to do this, but this is my preferred method. First, print off leftover ink from your block onto scrap paper. This could be phone book paper, it could be packing paper or paper bag paper, an old print-off from the computer, anything really, as long as it's smooth enough to receive ink. Usually, I would just leave it there. It's nearly impossible to get all the ink off, and that's okay. The oil in the ink residue conditions the block and keeps it supple. If, however, you plan to continue carving on your block, you may want to remove more than the off-printing allows, or you will end up with inky hands. If this is the case, take a tiny amount of baby oil on a paper towel, vegetable oil works too, and briskly buff it over the surface of your plate. Do not pour oil directly onto the block. Oil does not evaporate and is extremely difficult to get out of small crevices. Once you've removed as much ink as you can, come back with a dry paper towel and remove any residue left from the oil. To clean your ink slab, begin by scraping up any leftover ink. To save leftover ink, lay out a square of cling wrap with a third of it flat on the work surface and 2/3 hanging down off the edge. Gently scrape the ink off using the corner of the table. Fold the top third of the cling wrap down to trap the ink in an air-free pocket. Roll the ink towards you until you've rolled up all the extra cling wrap. Carefully push any extra air out the sides. Twist the ends of the packet so it's like a Tootsie Roll, and then tie the ends together so they don't untwist. Tape the two ends together with masking tape. They will come untied without the tape. Label the tape. All ink looks the same once it's wrapped up. Now roll off the brayer onto scrap paper to remove as much ink as possible. Scrape any leftovers onto the paper so the slab is as clean as you can get it. Hold the brayer over the slab and pour baby oil on it. Roll the brayer through the oil to coat it and begin wiping it with paper towels. I find it easiest to hold the brayer in my non-dominant hand while wiping towards my body. Ink that dries on the surface of the roller will change the texture and affect the way that ink rolls out. After cleaning the main part of the roller, get the sides of the rubber as well. Ink knives have 5 sides, the 2 main flat sides and the 3 edges. Be sure to get them all or the knife will contaminate inks of other colors. Set the tools aside and wipe up the remaining ink with the oil you just poured. After doing this, the slab may appear clean, but there is a layer of oil over the glass. Until that is removed, you won't be able to roll out ink. Put a pearl-sized amount of dish soap on a paper towel and dash it under the water. It should only be slightly wet, not dripping. Wipe down the brayer, ink knife, and ink slab with the soapy water. Do not put tools under running water because it can damage them and cause them to rust. Now dry everything with a dry paper towel. Now everything is clean and ready to go.